Have you ever asked yourself about why we as humans can talk? In Charles Darwin's vision of the origins of language, early humans had already developed musical ability prior to charm each other, but it remains in a speculation. In today's video, in order to make our own conclusions and preferences, we're going to talk and we're going to see different sources that explain about the origins of the language. In most religions, it is believed that language was given by God. And it is believed that if human infants grow up isolated, they will spontaneously start speaking the God-given language. Herodotus reported an experiment of an Egyptian pharaoh named Psatik on two children who grew up with gods and a mute shepherd. And they uttered a Phrygian word, Becos, but they couldn't pick up any word from any human source. For that reason, Phrygian was considered the original language. A similar experiment by King James IV of Scotland reported that children started speaking Hebrew, confirming the king's belief that Hebrew was a language of the Garden of Eden. But we know that Hebrew was not the language that Jesus spoke. For that reason, many linguists claim that this source is just another speculation, something religious. Moving on to a natural sound source. The basic idea is that primitive words could have been imitations of the natural sound source. In this source, we have two theories by Jesperson: the bow-wow theory and the poo-poo theory. The first one, the bow-wow theory, talks about onomatopoeic sounds. The early humans tried to imitate the sounds that they heard, and they used these sounds to refer to the things. The second theory in this source is the poo-poo theory, which is just about the instinctive sounds that we make when we have anger, pain, and joy. These sounds that take breath in, and for that reason we cannot say that this is the origin of the language, because when we speak, we breathe out. In this theory, sounds of grunts, and snorts could be the source of our language, especially if it is the result of involving the interaction of several people, so the development of human languages. But, however, this source has come criticism because it doesn't explain the origin of language, because other species work in social groups in order to maintain organization, but they don't develop the ability or capacity for speech as humans do. It refers to the types of physical features that humans possess through time. In this one, the first characteristic is teeth and lips. Different than apes, humans' teeth are upright, and our human lips have much more intricate muscle interlacing than other primates. And for that reason, it is easier for us to articulate some sounds. The next characteristic that makes us different from apes is our mouth and our tongue. Our mouth is smaller and our tongue can be used to shape a variety of sounds. And in the way that our mouth is smaller, we can open it and close it rapidly, and we can produce more words. And the next one is the larynx. since the assumption of an upright posture moves the head directly above the spinal column. The larynx moves to a lower position. And continue, and the last one feature is the pharynx. It is a long cavity which acts as a resonator for increasing range and clarity of sounds, giving us the opportunity to speak better. In this source, it is believed that manual gestures might have been a precursor of language, oral language. Why? Because in order to use stone tools, we make sounds and we need to do some signs. Even deaf people have the opportunity to speak a language because we know that there is a sign language as well. Human brains has specialized functions to control our actions. It is lateralized in the right side and the left side, and for that reason we can control and manage the things we do with our hands, our legs. It is that humans offspring are born with the capacity for speech. Since we are children, we have that ability to produce sounds, to learn from imitations because it's something that we have in our gene. As Chomsky said, an innate capacity for speech because we are born with that ability. In the genetic source, we are, as humans, the only ones who have that ability for speech. Language is just a human essence. To conclude, in my personal opinion, I do believe in God, and for that reason, I can say that it is a gift that we receive from God. But if there's no interaction, we can learn to talk. For the reason, all the sources that we have learned today are related because our physical adaptation help us to talk and to produce some sounds. And thanks to the natural sounds, we know how the things are and how they are produced. And the tool making, because of our needs, our necessities, make us to look for something to produce and to make our life easier. And our gene is something that is in human essence. We talk because we have to. And as we know, as humans, we need to communicate with other people in order to do our things every single day. So the social interaction is something important in our life. Thank you for watching this video. That's all for today.